All right, Kelly, thank you. A successful year in kindergarten is critical to the long-term success of your child's academic career. Here to talk with us about how to make sure your child is ready for school and what they can expect in that first year. Here is Mrs. Paulisin, kindergarten teacher at Thomas Jefferson Elementary and the star of our show. Thanks for coming in.
Happy to be here. Thank you, Fred.
Well, we focus a lot on kids, of course, kindergartners to be, and kids of all ages heading back to school. But we also want to talk a little bit about parents and the role they play in their education as kids are heading off to kindergarten.
Well, no one knows their child better than the parent.
Yeah.
We have the degrees with the knowledge of how to teach in the curriculum, but you know your child best. So the best thing you can do is communicate. Start a relationship with the teacher. That mutual respect and that continued conversation throughout the year is a partnership that leads to success for children.
And you talk about expectations. In that first year, what can a parent of a kindergartner expect to do after school in terms of homework and workload?
There's definitely going to be homework. Kindergarten is not the milk and cookies and nap time that we grew up with. It's quite rigorous and academic in nature. Most kindergarten programs adhere to either state or national core standards, and their homework and reading programs are aligned with that. So the things that parents are going to see at home are the academic standards that we have to accomplish.
And of course, now for our babies, there's a lot of things swirling around in their head as they head off to kindergarten for the very first time. What can parents do in the next several days to prepare their kids for going off to school?
Lots of hugs, lots of encouragement. Visit the school. I've heard kids talk about visiting the school already. That's great. And not just in the next couple days to get ready for school, but throughout the year. There are 4 things that really help a child learn. One is to talk with them. Put the cell phone down, turn off the computer, talk and listen. Oral language and vocabulary development for children, particularly in preschool and kindergarten, is really, really important for future success. They're not going to get that if we don't talk and listen to them. Also, expose them. Give them opportunities to see new things. Our brain learns when we can make connections, especially if we see similarities and differences in things. If we're not exposed and we don't have background knowledge, we can't make those connections. So give them lots of opportunities to see different things, either visiting places or through books. And that brings me to the next one, which is reading. The simple task of reading to your child for just 20 minutes a day is the #1 thing that you can do to help your child become an independent reader.
Well, I'm also curious about something you said in terms of listening. What should we be listening for?
Well, when we talk about listening at school, it's more than just head nodding and saying, yeah. It's really called active listening. And active listening is eyes, ears, and body. And so when we model listening for our child, that's when we put everything down and we do that. We eyes, ears, and body listen. They need to practice and do that too, because a big part of school is attention span and being able to focus on attention or on the instruction. So eyes, ears, and body listening.
Well, I'm curious because we're taking it up a notch in terms of kindergarten instruction. What should parents of kids entering school for the first time expect their child to know when the school year's over?
By the time a child exits kindergarten, they have a real solid academic foundation to enter first grade. You can expect your child not just to know letters and sounds and the phonics kinds of things, sight words. You can expect them to have strategies of becoming an independent reader and having some fluency at an emergent level with books. They don't just learn what numbers are, they learn how numbers work. 5 is a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3. They're able to manipulate that and build a foundation for higher level concepts later on. Science and social studies is integrated through exploration and experiments in literature. It's a well-rounded academic program.
Real quickly now, give us a preview of what we should expect on that first day of school.
On the first day of school, bring your tissues, moms and dads. Sometimes it's harder for you than it is for the kids. There's a lot of settling in, making sure everyone's in the right spot. Smiles abound. We talk a little bit about procedures and routines. one of the biggest learning things in kindergarten is fostering independence. So right away we start giving them opportunities to do that first day.
It's time to go. Mrs. Paulisin from Thomas Jefferson Elementary, a real kindergarten teacher.
Real.
And the star of our show. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you when the bell rings.
Great. Thank you so much.